Friends, so here is the five-finger concept of nature. So all of us knows this because as a part of mudra therapy, we every day we practice different mudras using these five fingers of our own hand. In the five fingers, everyone knows these five fingers, isn't it? The five fingers of our own hand. We know very clearly the first one, this one refers to fire, this one refers to the air, Vayu Tattva, Akash Tattva is a space. This ring finger refers to the Prithvi, that is earth element. The last one, is a final, the particular the little finger, this refers to water element. So this is how the five fingers, right? So with these five fingers, friends, what all we do is so try to understand. So our body is constructed with this using these five fingers. Our body is constructed with the help of these five elements of nature. Our body and the entire universe, for that matter, the entire universe is constructed. What are the physicality? What you see, physicality, whatever you see, which is constructed and constituted by these five elements, which are very very important. They are the building blocks of every whatever the solid matter, whatever the solid and liquid and whatever you see, whatever you see, the all the kind of the substances on this earth planet, everything is constituted by these five elements. So with this combination of these five elements, so one element is more, one element is less. So all depends upon the substance, right? If you take the water, water is having a highest component is water. Water in it, right? Water will be there in it. Air means, as you know, the air what we breathe, that is having a air element. And especially physical body, our own physical body you take, or any other animal body you take, it has got all the things, right? From all these five basic elements will be very much there. So that's how. So these five elements, when you understand with respect to the nature, Panchabhutas, they are called Panchabhutas. Okay, everything is so important. So Agni Tattva, Vayu Tattva, Akash Tattva, Prithvi Tattva, that is earth element, and Neeru, that is water element, right? Varna Tattva, friends. So this is how it is. It's very, very important. So we try to understand this, and we also practice mudras. So in the mudras, what happens? If any element, if any element get imbalanced, obviously the imbalance will be corrected. It will be corrected using one particular mudra. If I get earth element is imbalance, then what I do? I will try to use the so-called by in order to reduce the earth element, in order to increase the element, or in order to balance earth element. I want to balance earth element. What I do? I will practice Prithvi Mudra. If I practice the Prithvi Mudra, what happen? It will balance the so-called earth element. Likewise, so friends, using this, so we try to balance all the five Panchabhutas, five elements in our physical body. So we get physical health. We get physical health out of this, out of this, all these mudras, what we do with the help of the various elements, Panchabhutas, within our fingers. So that's how this is one of the nature five finger concept. What I try to explain today. So with this, with this picture, what you can understand is nature five finger concept. Now let's see. So how we are going to understand the spiritual science with respect to the same five finger concept which Patriji or Guruji has explained. So that we'll try to see one by one. Now you can see this Patriji five finger concept type 1, right? So if you see the picture here, friends, so the same thing, the little finger refers to physical body, then the ring finger refers to the mind, the middle finger refers to the intellect, and then this for particularly the index finger refers to what? It refers to the Atma, that is soul. And the final, this thumb finger refers to the Paramatma or Sarvatma or Supreme Soul or Supreme Consciousness. Friends, this is how we need to understand. So what will happen is everybody, for that matter, when we born on the physical planet, right? We born as a physical body, and this physical body, what all the physical body is having? Physical body has got the bones and flesh, and then all the organs, the blood, everything is there inside it. That's why this is a purely the solid in nature. It's not an intelligent, it's not a basically it doesn't have an intelligence, right? Of course the body gets intelligence because of the mind, okay? Because of the what? Consciousness, basically. Otherwise a physical body as such is just a solid in nature, a solid matter, right? Now what will happen is the next one is the ring finger is mind, friends, is a mind. So this mind, what happens is almost like mind will have thinking capability. It always thinks and takes some decisions and pass some kind of a instructions to the physical body. How the physical body works? Physical body is working with the guidance of the so-called mind all the time. All the time, your mind is going to guide the physical body. Physical body listen to your mind. That is why. So if you see like this in these five fingers, so this finger is little higher than the little finger. Little finger is little lesser. Then higher than that, this is a mind, right? So mind is going to control everything on the physical body. Now, if you see the so-called middle, this ring finger is a mind, and over that there is a middle finger which is Akash Tattva, or we call it as a, so particularly this is a buddhi, that is intellect. Intellect is always higher than the mind also. That means what? The mind and body both will listen to what? Listen to the buddhi, intellect. Intellect is going to drive both of the things. Always understand, right? Always remember the mind and intellect, mind and physical body both are controlled by your buddhi or your intellect. Suppose if you become a Buddha, I mean, if you become so-called, if you get a lot of buddhi, that means intellect, if you receive a lot of intellect, what happens? So this is going to properly guide the physical body and mind. Especially it is going to control the mind. Mind is going to control the physical body. This is how it happens. Buddhi or intellect doesn't need to interact directly with the physical body. It always interacts with what? It interacts with the mind. It tells to the mind, do this, not to do this. This is wrong approach, don't do that. So that kind of instructions will be given by what? This intellect. So that is why intellect is control the mind. Yeah, the mind in turn control the physical body. So whenever the mind listens to the intellect, yes, mind is going to listen to the intellect. So of course, intellect, whatever the intellect you have, it will be right or wrong also. No guarantee that always your intellect is right. Right? So always your intellect is right. There is no such kind of guarantee. It may be wrong or right. But whatever that intellect you have, with that intellect, you are going to guide your mind. Mind is going to guide your physical body. That's how these three things works, friends. Okay. Now, finally, this is Atma. Atma means individual soul, right? The soul consciousness, friends. The soul consciousness is within this particular finger. This is the so-called index finger. So what it refers to is this mind, physical body, and intellect. These three will be powered. These three will be energized, or they are powered, basically powered by so-called soul. If there is no soul, friends, if there is no soul, these three doesn't have any value. Okay, these three doesn't have any value. Body will vanish, mind will vanish, buddhi also will vanish. If the soul leave the body, for example, the soul is there, right? So I'm telling about this is a human body. This is a total human body. So these four are belongs to one physical body. Okay, these four will be in one physical body. The last one is it is everywhere. Okay, so that's why what we need to understand is now we are trying to understand all these four fingers. Now the last finger which we are trying to understand is the index finger. Index finger refers to soul. The soul is the energy. This energy is supplied to the so-called your body, mind, all the system is operated with only soul energy. If this moment soul energy is departed, the moment soul energy is soul is departed from the physical body. This is of no use. The physical body, mind, everything will vanish. That's called death, friends. Okay, so that's how this will work. Okay, so the soul, individual soul is here. Okay, now after that, what happened? So this is a soul. Then after that, the other finger is called, this one is Sarvatma, Supreme Soul, Supreme Consciousness. So what is Supreme Consciousness? That means the soul consciousness everywhere, right? Paramatma, that means Supreme Intelligence or Creator, right? So that refers to this one. So see there is a gap. So all these four fingers are one side and there's a good amount of gap here. This comes to Sarvatma. This comes to Supreme Soul. That's what we need to understand, friends. Now, when you try to understand this, the physical body, what do we do in meditation? This particular physical body, we will make sure that this follows the so-called Sthira Sukha Asana. We will make sure that this physical body is going to sit in the Sthira Sukha Asana. Then after that, what we'll do? We will instruct a mind. We will instruct the mind that just go on observe your breath. Go on observe the breath, what is happening to the physical body. The mind will intellect, mind will instruct such a way that it is going to instruct the physical body and it is going to observe only the breath, keep observing the breath. So that's how this mind, the so-called this is mind. Okay. So now the mind is going to be switched off, or mind is going to be totally put into the empty state. So because of meditation, by following the breath, isn't it? Now, of course, intellect is also not going to work at that point of time because the mind is not there. So intellect will also not work. And then finally, when you make all this, all this quiet and calm and, peaceful, like, your physical body is sitting idle and it is sitting in the Sthira Sukhasana, and you're also sitting in the Sthira Sukhamaya Pranayama with the help of your mind, isn't it? Then once the mind is empty, what will happen? When the mind is empty, then you will reach to the so-called soul consciousness. You will receive a lot of soul energy. That's how what happens, friends. So even if you observe the Baba Mudra, in Baba Mudra, what will happen? These two will be killed. Okay, that means no more mind, no more intellect. What is there now? So that this will be this, the thumb will be kept on the backside. So this is Baba Mudra. What this refers, right? So it refers that, so now this mind and intellect, both you kill. That means both you just try to so-called close it. When you close this means you are killing these two. When you kill the mind and intellect, there is nothing. So then what will happen is now these two are there. So this is called soul. This is a physical body. Now this physical body get directly receive the energy from the soul. It means the physical body will be always healthy because the soul energy is directly coming to the so-called this particular physical body is receiving directly the soul energy. There is a infinite energy. So that's how, friends, what happens is this is called Atma Sakshatkara. It's called Atma Sakshatkara, or we can say self-realization or Mukti. Because what happens here is there is no mind, there is no intellect, both are zero. Right? When these are zero, you get what you get? Samadhi sthiti. Your body is alive, body is sitting in conscious way, and but only thing is it is merged with the so-called soul consciousness. Directly, the soul consciousness operates the your physical body. That's what it has to happen, friends. All the time, it must happen like that only. But what happened? The mind is in between. It's an obstacle, lot of thoughts. See now, just keep it here. You can't see your physical body. Your soul is here, your physical body is here. In between, these two are bigger, looks like bigger. Your mind and your intellect, both are bigger. They are going to block the soul energy to come to the physical body. So when we close these two through meditation, these two will directly interact. Okay, so that's how you will be powerful. You will enter into Samadhi Sthiti. Because once you get this, what happen? You will enter into Samadhi Sthiti. Then that Samadhi Sthiti, also called enlightened state. So that is where everything you'll understand. You'll understand about yourself, you'll understand about the nature, mystery, all the mysteries of the universe. And also you get a lot of your own questions which are bothering you, haunting you right from the childhood. All that will be answered. So that is the that is the greatness of so-called Samadhi Sthiti, or that is the sanctity of Samadhi Sthiti, or otherwise you can say liberation or moksha, friends. So now, so with this five finger concept, friends, in the five fingers, so what is there? So the overall spiritual science is here, the complete spiritual science. Okay. Now, so let's understand more about this. Now here, you see the same picture here. There is a this particular finger. The little finger refers to, along with the physical body, it also refers to the tamo guna. What is that? Tamo gun. Then this finger, ring finger, also refers to mind, along with that rajogun. Okay. Now this particular finger, that is so middle finger, this refers to intellect. It's also referred to sattvic gun, just sattvika guna. Then this is also refers to the so-called soul or individual, the consciousness. This also refers to so-called Suddha Sattvic, the Suddha Sattvic Guna. Then finally, this the so-called the thumb finger. This refers to Supreme Soul or Sarvatma. Along with that, we also call this a Nirguna, friends. It's a Nirguna, right? So how we will achieve this, all this Tamoguna? How do we understand this? And how do we really achieve in everybody's life? What is important? For us, this is important. We need to realize this. That's all our ultimate goal. What is the purpose of every human life? In this life or next life or after hundreds life also, what we exactly need to do, what is the exact purpose of our human life is just to realize this, just to realize this, just to experience this. When we are in the physical body, when we leave this physical body, of course, all the time you are with your own spirit world, because there is no conscious mind. There is no conscious mind. There is no this prapanchika. There is no worldliness. Nothing will be there. What is there in the spirit world? The spirit, your spirit body. What does spirit body consist? Your spirit body, which with which you roam in the all other so-called astral worlds, this causal world and supracausal world. Everywhere you roam. So with using the spirit body, that spirit body contains, as I explained yesterday also, it contains soul is the core, plus conscious mind, plus causal body, plus astral body. So this much will be there. So with which what happen, you'll be roaming everywhere. So when you are roaming everywhere, friends, there is no question of any mind, conscious mind, which is going to block your soul energy and all, nothing like that. Already you are with the soul all the time. So that is why in the other worlds, astral worlds and all, astral worlds and spirit worlds, there's no necessity and there's no need to worry. All the time, your own soul consciousness, you means like your astral body, your causal body, everything, all together, you're all living together. So that is that is the beauty of spirit world. But when we are in the, so understanding our own spirit, our own soul consciousness in the spirit world, it is not a big matter, because it is a natural phenomena, because you are already with the soul consciousness. But when you are living on earth planet, see, the challenge is given to the every human being in order to come back, so you born as a individual soul, like in a so-called infant soul in one of the birth, the initial first birth. Then by taking 400 births, what will happen? You will become infinite souls. How do you become infinite soul? By realizing yourself. That is the task given to the human being. In fact, that's what I told. That's why I told the highest purpose of any human being on the earth planet is self-realization, experiencing your own soul consciousness. Nothing other than that, friends. All other things, whatever you do here. So you are engineer, doctor, businessman, big CEO, company, this, that, whatever it may be. They are all actually a just temporary phenomena, is a temporary task, what you are doing in this life. In this life, I may be a king or I may be a big officer. Next life, I may be a beggar. Doesn't matter for me. For my soul, it doesn't matter at all. I don't need to worry about it. Whichever it may be. I'm a shoemaker, but still I'm a master. I'm a laborer, I'm a master. Right? So try to see in the society. So some of the masters, you can observe Ramana Maharshi, how much he studied? Seventh standard. And if you take other masters also, the great masters are there, which they didn't study at all, but they are real masters. That is why, so for the mastery and your education, both are not at all connected, both not at all required, friends, first of all, right? So that is why what we need to understand is, in one life or other life, definitely we have to experience this so-called, we must experience the self-realization. That is the ultimate goal of a human being, to be born on the earth planet. That's why that is the task given by Almighty to all of us. Okay. We know very well we are the spirit beings, we are the soul consciousness in the upper worlds, in the spirit worlds. Because we are that, we are living there as it is like that. But when we come down to the earth planet, when we enter into the mother womb, when we enter the physical body, we forget it. Of course, that is also a challenge, or that is also one kind of a mystery or a design by Almighty. So he has done it like that. He has done it such a way. So you get into the physical body after 3-4 years, you are closed. Your subconscious mind is closed. It's not going to work, because that is dormant. It doesn't, you don't like, you never come to know that there is some subconscious mind within you, until unless you become so aware. You keep doing meditation. Otherwise, you can't understand there is subconscious mind within you. You think that mind means like whatever you're thinking, talking, doing, for which day to day you're using mind, right? Thinking mind. That's not an actual mind. That's a thinking mind. It's a conscious mind. But beyond that, what is there? There's a subconscious mind is there, which you never aware of it. You may not be aware of it unless otherwise you start studying the spiritual wisdom, isn't it? Likewise, friends. So here these five fingers are going to, it is giving the complete spiritual wisdom here. Let's see some more. types, different types of five finger concepts are shown here. So one by one we'll see now. Let's see here. So this is the first concept which we try to see till now. Little finger refers to physical body, ring finger refers to mind, middle finger refers to intelligence or intellect, and index finger refers to soul. Third, the thumb, all that is Paramatma, that is a Sarvatma, right? The first type. Second type is what? So little finger refers to Jala Tattva, ring finger refers to Prithvi Tattva, and middle finger refers to Agni Tattva, index finger Vayu Tattva, thumb finger refers to Akash Tattva. Here you see. So actually the Panchabhutas in the, as per Mudra therapy, so they, and as per this type 2, what we are given here, there's a little difference. What is the difference? So in the Panchabhutas, this is actually fire. But here we call this as Akash Tattva. And middle one refers to fire. In this particular, this so-called Patriji five-finger concept type 2, we are referring this one as so-called Akash Tattva. Why this is called as Akash Tattva? Akash Tattva or soul consciousness, all one and the same. So Akash Tattva means emptiness. That means consciousness. So consciousness is nothing but your Sarvatma or your Paripurnatma. That is why this is so essential that, so the Akash Tattva, everyone has to reach somehow. So in one life or other life, you must also experience the so-called Sarvatma Sthiti. You need to attain that, friends. Everybody will attain, no doubt on that. So this will be attained. That is why this is called Akash Tattva in this particular concept. Now, understand the third one, friends. Little finger refers to Tamoguna, right? Ring finger Rajoguna, middle finger Sattvic Guna, index finger Suddha Sattvic Guna. So thumb finger is Nirguna. Friends, what will happen here? Always try to understand. So this is the five finger, isn't it? Now I start meditation here. So what I do, I sit erected, my body is stable. I start observing the breath using this mind. Okay, my intellect is also switched off, isn't it? Then what will happen? I receive a lot of cosmic energy because of I do consistently. I observe the breath using my mind. That means my mind itself is slowed down. My mind itself is switched off, and just wow, I just observe the breath only, which is happening into the physical body. Then what will happen? Because of this, I receive huge amount of cosmic energy. What I receive? Huge amount of cosmic energy. Then finally, what happens? My Nadi Shuddhi happens. My third eye get activated. So when all this happens, then I will realize my own soul. This is the soul, friends. This is the soul. So the individual soul. I realize this so-called soul consciousness. So this is the, this is how the meditation helps in order to learn the spiritual wisdom, in order to realize ourselves. So how this meditation is going to help with these fingers, with these five fingers, we can understand very easily. Now, when I understood, when I realized myself, this is called Aham Brahmasmi. This, what is the state of this? Aham Brahmasmi. When I become Vaiputra, friends. So the next concept it comes. So I become Vaiputra. I keep observing my breath here. Then I reach to the soul consciousness. I become individual consciousness. I realize it. When I realize it, then what next? If you keep on doing more and more meditation, finally you will understand that you're not only having a Aham Brahmasmi, you also understand Mamatma Sarvabhutatma, Sarvatma, right? So that comes to here by doing consistent meditation in this state, right? After reaching this state, you continuously doing meditation constantly, then ultimately in one life or other life, definitely you understand that you are not only individual consciousness, you are everything, you are everywhere. That is called Sarvatma. That's what here, the Sarvatma. Sarvatma are, the so-called supreme consciousness, or so-called the Paramatma is, everlasting, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, and everlasting, everywhere, eternal. So that's what this is, right? I am this is me, right? That means I am that. I am that means I am individual consciousness. I'm also the part of supreme consciousness. This state you will achieve through meditation. You will definitely achieve, friends. Right? That's what you need to understand. That's how these five fingers always we try to explain to every individual, every meditator. We explain so that everything is here within the hand. If somebody asks, yes, my physical body is here. I'll make it, sit in the sit erected in the Sthira Sukhasana. Then I'll also instruct my mind, sit in the, you go on observe the breath of this physical body, then this mind also switched off. Mind also switched off. Then intellect is also switched off. Then what happened? Because of this continuous meditation, I receive cosmic energy. I realize my individual consciousness. This is individual soul. Then no further, if I go on practicing, then I realize my the so-called supreme soul. So I also experience supreme soul. This is how we need to understand the first, the five fingers, the entire spiritual science, right? Now, so these gunas also the same, friends. Whenever we are in the physical body, that means so many lives we spend basically in the form of only physical body. It means in the lower evolution of any soul evolution, what we do is we go through only physical lives, the lives which are related to with respect to body, only body awareness, only body consciousness. That means I am a physical body, I need rest and food and sex, and then only this much only. I only need this much. I will not think anything more than that. That is why. So in this particular physical body refers to what? Physical body refers to tamoguna. Now mind, there is a thinking, there is a commanding, there is a decision making. Everything comes there. That is why. So it is also authoritative. Authoritative. So when it is authoritative, what happens? This becomes a rajoguna, friends. So this comes here. Now, so if I, still practicing meditation, everything, what happens is here, this becomes a sattvika guna. Sattvika guna, what happens? Sattvika guna means you have something like, you become vegetarian and you don't unnecessarily, kill any animal for your taste of food or whatever. And you become soft and, peacemaking, and, you get a lot of peace of mind, all these things. So this is called sattvika guna. By doing more and more meditation, friends, you will come out of this tamoguna, you will enter Rajoguna, you will again come out of Rajoguna, then you get Sattvika Guna by doing more and more meditation. Okay, the meditation is definitely mandatory. So now, when you still continuous practice of meditation, what happens? Not only Sattvika Guna, Suddha Sattvika Guna. What is Suddha Sattvika Guna? So here, Suddha Sattvika Guna, that means you become you become aware of your own soul consciousness. Here is where you don't need anything. You don't need anything at all. Like, so you are not worried about the food, you are not worried about anything which are related to physical in nature. You forget, you go beyond all these things. You go beyond all the physical parameters because you are a soul consciousness in this state. This is called Suddha Sattvika Guna, friends. Yeah, Suddha Sattvika Guna. And beyond all these things, when you achieve the Suddha Sattvika Guna, then still practice of meditation, what it brings is, it brings you to the state where nirguna is called nirguna. What is the nirguna? There is no guna at all. All the gunas you overcome already. All the gunas you win over. You understood and win over. Everything happened. Then after that, there is no more gunas in order to experience or expertise. Right? You want to become expertise of any guna, or you want to experience any guna. There is nothing left over. Everything is finished. By now here, everything is finished. Now, once you reach here, so by consistent more and more practice of meditation, you become nirguna. When you become nirguna, what happens? Everything is over. On this earth planet, your learning is over, right? Then you can depart anytime, and then you don't need to come back. So this is what we need to understand, all the gunas, friends, here. Now, the type 4, I'm also giving a different way of explaining, so-called our spiritual science using the five finger concept. Is one more concept of type 4. Little finger refers to Kumbhakarna. So that means the little finger, this refers to Kumbhakarna. That means 6 months sleeping, 6 months sleeping, 6 months is food eating and sleeping. So that means that refers to only body consciousness, isn't it? So then ring finger, Ravana. So Ravana, what happens? He has got a lot of wisdom, of course, but because of temperament, so his own temperament, his own so-called aggressiveness, what we can say. So that is called Rajoguna. So the Rajoguna, so this temperament and that kind of things, which is refers to the so-called the name or the role as a Ravana. So as a Ravana, how we behave, isn't it? How we behave. So the ring finger indicates as a Ravana. So this is a Ravana indication. This is a Kumbhakarna. Then Vibhishana or Buddhi. Our Buddhi, is compared with the Vibhishana. So this is compared. Our particularly our physical body is referred as a Kumbhakarna, and then our mind is referred as or compared with the Ravana, and our middle finger, that is actually Vibhishana, refer to Vibhishana or compared to with respect to Vibhishana, that is Buddhi. Then friends, finally, once you reach to this soul consciousness, basically, here what happened? Once you become a Vayuputra, that means you become a Vayuputra, you go on observe the breath, and then you go on become a Vayuputra. What will happen? Finally, this state will be, this particular state refers to Hanuman. What is Hanuman? Hanuman is a Vayuputra. From what age? From 2 years of age, Anjana Devi, his mother, so making him to sit in the meditation from the age of 2 itself. Then he became a Anjana, Anjaneya Putra. So or whatever Anjaneya Putra you can say. So he is also called as Hanuman. This is Hanuman, right? Vayuputra. Once we come to this stage, what happened? We are a Vayuputra, we are a Hanuman. We ourselves is a Hanuman, right? Now, once you become a Hanuman here, friends, what is the next goal for every human life? You become a Paramatma or Sri Rama. Sri Rama is a Paramatma, isn't it? So, to become a creator, this is a state we all need to achieve. That means we need to continue doing meditation, friends. So, this is how we need to achieve. Now, the fifth one is the little finger refers to. The little finger refers to bhukti. Bhukti means what? Eating. Eating means eating and satisfying our physical organs, basically. So this is bhukti. What is this? Rakti. Rakti means what? Entertainment. Which one? This ring finger refers to Rakti, that is a entertainment. Then what will happen? Other one is middle finger. This refers to Yukti. Yukti means what? Buddhi. Right? Buddhi, Yukti. Right? This refers to this one. And then index finger refers to Shakti. What is Shakti? Here, for example, you see here. So this physical body eating and enjoying and sleeping, all this. Then this comes to entertainment, right? All the entertainment. This comes to intellect, like, buddhi. So like, reading books and gaining more and more wisdom, all that this will happen here. Then by doing all these things, the index finger refers to soul. The soul is nothing but a consciousness or a Shakti. That's why this finger refers to Shakti. Then finally, after getting all these four sufficiently, properly, what happened? You get into the thumb. This refers to Mukti. Mukti means what? Moksha, right? Friends, this is how we need to understand fifth type of this Patriji or the five finger concept. The sixth and final concept is, friends. So little finger, this little finger refers to Yuktahara. Then ring finger refers to Yukta Vihara. The middle finger refers to Yukta Chesta. And then this, the so-called the index finger refers to Yukta Dhyana. The finally it refers to Yukta enlightenment, right? So these are all Yukta. Yukta Ahara means what? Yukta Ahara means it must be a good food, the holistic food. And, the Yukta Ahara. Mitahara means like limited food. But Yukta means a right food. Right food you have to eat. It's called right food. Then right entertainment. No bad entertainment. Like, some people entertainment is like, drinking alcohol, drinking, cigarettes, all this. That's not entertainment at all. It is, in fact, you are spoiling your own health, right? Is a yukta ahara, yukta vihara, yukta chesta. Yukta chesta means do the righteous jobs, righteousness works. That is yukta chesta. That is the third one, middle finger. Fourth one, this is actually the index finger refers to Yukta Dhyana. So you need to do right amount of meditation. Need not to be very high, need not to be very less. So right and middle approach, Madhya Marga, right? So that's how it is called Yukta Dhyana. You need to do definitely the amount of meditation is not too much, not too less. That's very important. Okay. Now this one is what is this actually? Yukta enlightenment. By doing all these four, what happened? You get enlightened. How much enlightenment? Is a Yukta enlightenment. That means limited. Enlightenment need not be very high, need not be very less. It can be a Madhya Marga or, in between. So that is called Yukta enlightenment. So these are the, so five fingers explanation as a part of type 6, friends. So this is how we need to understand Patriji five finger concept, right? So the Patriji five finger concept in this, we understood very clearly, friends. If you start doing meditation, right, you will come out of Tamoguna, will also come out of Rajaguna, will also come out of Rajoguna to Sattvic Guna, Sattvic to Suddha Sattvic Guna, Suddha Sattvic to then comes to Nirguna. So all this happens only through the practice of meditation consistently. So that's how we need to understand in the five fingers. We understood now clearly, friends. Now So thank you, friends. So understanding this five finger concept, part of today's spiritual wisdom, right? You please refer and once again, these all the six types of the so-called six type of varieties of five fingers we have explained you. So try to understand that and correlating to the all the spiritual wisdom. So once again, you can go through, right, friends? Thank you.